Want to welcome you to the show. We have one of the nicest from Canada on the show here tonight, Sports Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, Live 365, iHeartRadio. One of the nicest, NF Portion. NF Portion, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty well. How's your Thanksgiving?
Good. It was good. I'm in Canada, so we're not really on Thanksgiving time over here, but it was just good to be with the family either or.
Yeah, of course. It's always good to be with the family. I am nothing without. How are you feeling about it? How are you feeling about the streams and all the rave reviews that it's getting as far as the interviews and magazine write-ups go, especially from your fans?
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Everybody's excited about the project. So I'm very satisfied with that. But I'm always working, So I'm always working towards the next song, the next
Tell me about
moment.
your journey through hip hop, because as a young listener, you liked 50 Cent and Dipset. You started out like in the bars and the real hip hop heads out in New York. And then you worked your way up into listening to Future, and you started to put the melodic raps into your own catalog. So tell me, when you were introduced to hip hop, was it a family member, or you just were listening to the radio and that's just what gravitated towards you?
It was really my brother. My brother rapped early on, so he just put me onto everything early on, like all the 50 Cent, Dipset, everybody in terms of the East Coast rap. And then really, as I got older, I just started to listen to like Future, Gucci, Lil Wayne, get into that type of stuff. So yeah, it was just a good blend of everything. So I feel like it was it was good learning everything as I grew up, and just learning all the different styles of music and learning everything bar wise and melodic wise and everything.
Let's take it back to Get Rich or Die Trying or The Massacre. What song do you hear yourself on one of those classic 50 Cent albums? What's one of those songs that you could hear yourself if you were to do a remix to it?
Maybe 21 Questions, because it has
21
that vibe
Questions.
already. Maybe, yeah, because it has that vibe already, like, that the kind of sound that's in right now. So I was thinking about actually doing it. So that's crazy that you bring up.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, especially when Nate Dogg was the original one on the hook. It'd be interesting to see what kind of twist you would put on the song.
I feel like it's melodic enough that it can go right now. So I feel like that I'll definitely think about doing that.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely something that you have to manifest to actually work with 50 Cent. That's someone that I can imagine you would love to get in the booth with.
Yeah, no, definitely. Me and my producer Hefe were talking about that actually recently, about like which OGs we would love to work with. And 50 Cent was definitely one of them.
Besides 50 Cent, who are some OGs you would love to get in the booth with?
Jada, Fab, Nas, Jay-Z, of course.
The legends.
Yeah, probably those. Yeah.
Legends.
Yep.
100%. You started to really take hip hop seriously. I was doing my research. I believe it was when you lost a close friend. That's when you really started going. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was like 2015. My homie that's on my chain right here, Money, passed away.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he passed away in 2015. I started to take it more serious then. And then in 2017, Fifth passed away, and that's when I made the song Fist Rub. Probably heard that one. That was probably one of my first songs that I released. And then from there we just been going up and up, trying to go, get a plaque soon. So
yeah, that's going to be coming, especially with Wave becoming a major anthem for yourself. And we'll get into that, and we'll get into that later. But getting your deal with Warner Music Canada, you were releasing songs. You released 3 songs. It caught their attention. You sent them 99 Problems. And when you didn't hear back from them right away, you were like, I'm not going to wait. So I'm going to make the video. And by not waiting for them, they kind of like that. You were just ready to keep working. And they signed you because it showed that you were serious about your craft.
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of like a building up thing. So I released Born Sinner, Slam Me Out, Big Step, all at the end of 2020. It was the year of COVID first came. So it was everybody was kind of trying to figure out what to do at what time. And then I think after those 3 releases, it kind of caught their attention because I got onto Northern Bar's playlist. which is like a hip hop playlist on Spotify. And yeah, from there they kind of reached out. Like you said, I sent them 99 Problems, and at the time I was just recording myself too. So I was just being self-sufficient, you know. So I just hit up my cameraman, just said like, "Yo, let's come to the crib, let's shoot a video," and then yeah, we just shot it in the crib on the road a little bit, and just yeah, we just kind of we just kind of did the same thing we've been doing independent wise, you know.
Yeah.
So we just kept it as like, yo, either way we gotta work, so let's just get the work in.
I did hear that you're still doing the same amount of work that you were doing as far as independent. What have been some of the more major important factors that has been the positive in signing into a major label, especially with Warner Music Canada?
Um, I think it's just really just more people hearing me, just a lot more fans, a lot more like over the year I've grown more fans than I've ever grown before. So it's like I know that it's definitely, you know, that they're opening up ears to me that haven't been opened up before. So I'm definitely like um a big advocate for like signing the right deal, you know,
Mhm.
and making sure that it fits your situation. So I think my situation was really like just staying consistent and just having people figure out my sound, because my sound was like, you know, I'm still growing, I'm still always adding to it. So, you know.
Mhm. Something I heard you bring up in another interview, that because you are tapped into the game, you're tapped into the bars, you respect the bars. Benny the Butcher, he just recently signed a deal with Def Jam and Snoop Dogg. Would he be someone of interest that you love to get on a track with and to showcase your bar side? Because you do have the bars on there, but I'm talking getting back to that real hip hop on the bars of early 2000s and even 90s.
Yeah, like the production wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I actually, my next project, I want to do something that's more like geared towards that, but not necessarily just all the way there. But yeah, like I'm definitely super tapped into everything that's going on in like the bars world and all that. So yeah, Benny Butcher, I definitely do a song with Benny Butcher. He's hard, so I definitely do something with him. Um, yeah, and just all Conway, all of them are dope.
You're tapped in 100%. That's important, especially for younger artists out here, especially for people even in Toronto that they're tapped in. Who's been a major inspiration out of Toronto that's inspired you? Was it Drake that inspired you as someone a
Yeah,
homegrown
Drake.
artist? Yeah,
Yeah, Drake definitely. Drake definitely. Presser too.
Presser,
Presser's up there. Yeah, fuck the Presser. So yeah,
Tory Lanez.
them two, Tory,
Tory's
Nav,
tough.
Nav,
Yeah.
the Weekend for sure. Just all of those really, all of those guys really just they've been putting on for a while, so you gotta respect them. Yeah?
And watching them and watching their journeys and what they did for the Toronto hip hop scene, what do you believe that you're bringing to it that can contribute to the music scene of Toronto?
Uh, just versatility. Like I feel like um coming from a street angle and definitely still just being versatile with it and just adding different elements into my sound. I feel like that's what I'll bring to the Toronto scene, you know,
Mhm.
like from the Toronto market to the world. So yeah, that's what I definitely just want to stand on versatility and just music, you know, like when you
Yeah.
listen to my project from front to back, it's it's kind of like a musical experience. That's what I wanted to do. So I definitely just want to continue to build on that and just let it lead me to where I gotta go.
When did you start making your way out here to the States and building relationships? Because I know you've been in LA, and I believe in it when you went to Atlanta, that's when you went to go sign your deal.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to Atlanta just to work on new music, and at this time that was the time when they're offering the deal. So yeah, when I went to Atlanta, I was just working, and then they offered the deal. They finally came through with the paperwork, and we signed it and everything. So started working on a few songs. Then that was like Dior Me, Project Baby, the intro. Um, it was those three songs after the project that I made up there, Muddy.
Mhm.
So yeah, like it was really just working on the project most for the most part. And then I came back to Toronto. That's when I made Wave, Ties, a few other ones, you know. So it was just really just working the circuit. I've been coming to the States though. I've been coming to the States for probably like 20, 18, so 3 years. It's been going back and forth. So, yeah.
How do you like the States?
It's lit. It's lit. Uh, I feel like I could record better out there, especially um, with everything that goes on in the city, like politic wise. So,
Yeah.
I just feel like I could just work better out there in LA. Different producers, different artists, bounce ideas off each other. Atlanta, I love Atlanta. Um, New York, definitely. So yeah, just those three places mostly.
I've read about that, and actually one of the interviews you gave to a magazine, that it's all about the comfortability for you, and going back home and finishing the album, you're learning how to be more comfortable being at home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of the best songs that on the project I made at home, So I feel like at that time though we were very like excited about the new deal, excited about everything. But now just things have kicked back into like it feeling normal and stuff. Like everything is feeling like it's not feeling so exciting, Everything
Yeah.
is just kind of like it's feeling like the motions now. So it's like, okay, basically we got to get back on the road and start coming up with new creative ideas and taking it to new levels.
And that's what you're doing. You're getting played at Raptor games, Laker games. How does it
Yeah.
feel to get your song Wave played at these huge NBA games?
It was dope. It was dope. A lot of people were calling me, telling me like, "Yo, I'm watching the game right now. Your song's playing." I'm like, one of my homies was actually at the Lakers game, sitting courtside, and he took a video just showing me that it was playing. So it was a dope moment,
That's fire.
especially in Toronto, because Toronto, that's home city. So
That's
it was
home.
love.
When you got the love back home, there's nothing that beats it. But it's always
Yeah,
great to
exactly.
see the Lakers play it too, because then it shows that you have that outreach.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I definitely feel like it's something that's just building.
Mhm.
The song is still growing. There's still new people hearing about it every day. So I'm definitely excited about Wave.
Mhm. Did you make relationships with the DJs out here? Is this how they caught wind of your music, or was it from being played on Gilly the Kid's podcast? How do you think that they really caught wind of your soundtrack? Was it YouTube?
Uh, I think Toronto, the DJ just caught wind of it, just being in the streets, kind of, and
Mhm.
just hearing it out and about, and also just people just word of mouth, just telling him, he should play this. And then the Lakers DJ, I actually managed myself for the most part. So I really just reached out to him and kind of just made that play happen. Um, I think he might have heard the song before, but when I reached out to him, it just made sense because the song, I feel like the song has a very like celebratory vibe. So that was something that I was focused on in terms of the management side, getting getting the song to like a few different like sports type of things.
We got to hear it in the Garden soon for my Knicks. The Knicks got to play it
I
next.
got you. I got you. I got you. You
That's
gotta
got to
get it.
happen, man. The Knicks are
Definitely.
actually on the right path for once. They got to play some decent music too.
Nah, definitely, definitely. I know you guys got Brooklyn on the other side. I know they're giving you
I
guys
don't.
headaches. So.
I don't like Brooklyn. We don't like Brooklyn.
Nah,
they
trust me.
just came from
It's
Jersey.
crazy because in 2020, right before the pandemic, I actually went to a Knicks game and like I had a choice between Knicks and Brooklyn. And at the time, like, Kyrie was
The
on the
Nets.
Nets, I think. Yeah, he was on the Nets. Um, but I don't know. I just felt like the Garden was just more of like,
It's the Mecca.
like I
It's the
wanted,
Mecca of
yeah, exactly. I
basketball.
wanted to experience that. So I went to the Garden, but it was a boring game. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. but yeah, it was a vibe because you're getting to see the big lights and everything that you see on TV. So
Yeah. The Nets have the players, but the Knicks have the stage. That's the main thing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the stadium is bright as hell. Everything. The popcorn's really good too.
Yeah. Madison Square Garden is the place to be, and I'm sure it's a place that you would love to perform someday.
Nah, definitely we don't get it.
Yeah.
Waving that stadium will go crazy.
It would be insane. And even in LA, you've met some stars. I think you met Black Boy JB at a local store.
Yeah, definitely. Black Boy JB. I've seen a few other people out there, but they're just moving and passing and stuff like the baby. Shorty was out there. Lil Wayne was in the same studio. as me early, but he was there earlier in the day, and then I came there a little bit later. So I just seen him when he was leaving. So yeah, pretty much a lot of people was out there. A lot of people were in LA. It's like, you kind of bump into stars in little pockets. So it's different.
All over the place. You just bump into
Yeah,
someone. They're always, even if they're not someone that's really known, there's someone probably in an office building that's an executive.
exactly, exactly. There's just a lot of people to bounce ideas off. A lot of like creative people. A lot of like business people. Like whatever you're trying to do. If you're trying to do clothing line, there's somebody for that. If you're trying to do like you said, business, office business, like management business, a lot of different things.
Killing
So,
For Real is another one that you've been in the studio with.
oh, Kaden? Yeah, Kaden's
Yeah.
hard. Yeah, I was in the studio with him early, like 20, I think that was 2018. So yeah, we were in the studio. I think we made one song
Mhm.
back then, but it's like we're both still building. I think he was maybe at like, maybe like 15K followers, like where I'm at now, and I was at like 2K followers. So it's like he was like building up, and then now he's at where he's at. So it's just like it's dope to see. It's dope to see creatives get where like I see them going or where they see themselves going to. So it's like it's dope. When I was with him, I seen him as a star. So it's like it's crazy to see him actually doing these things like on the shows and shit. I still tell him now, like it's crazy.
Mhm. What's insane is the studio session that you were in with him. He did a song right there on the spot with 5 artists, including yourself.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. He's working. That's what I'm saying. Like it just tells me, especially because of the time where I met him, it just tells me, okay, like if I feel like I'm at that point now, that's how I gotta be moving. I gotta be in the studio every day. I gotta be on top of this music thing that I'm pushing. So even with the production, like my homie Hefe, I gotta make sure he's on top of making new hits, making new beats every day, so that we can kind of build on top of the momentum that we've already capitalized on.
Mhm. We mentioned the whole business side before with running into executives in LA. You never know. Have you thought about venturing in other sides of the business besides music, such as clothing lines, anything? Because you're a business person in the aspects of wanting to help other artists out eventually.
Definitely, yeah. Like, I definitely I have clothing coming soon, like hoodies and a few different clothing items. But I definitely want to get into just like I want it to be more of a fashion thing more than a merch thing.
Mhm.
So I definitely want to make sure that the designs are right, and like there's a lot of thought into everything. So I'm definitely taking my time with it, but I do think that it's something that I want to get into eventually, like, get
Mhm.
into it slowly and build on top of that.
Create your own OVO.
Yeah, exactly. Like even like everything with ASAP Rocky and V-Lone, like how it's kind of it's like a staple rather than, yeah, just come to my show and get my merch.
I get what you're saying, where people actually look forward to going online and shopping for it, kind of like Kanye.
Yeah, exactly. Like where they treat it as they could wear it as designer, they could wear it as drip, you know, rather than you're just wearing a portion shirt with my face plastered everywhere on it. I'm not really into that. So I just stand on pretty much. I kind of have ideas in my head, and I kind of stand on that and just kind of build on top of that. I don't like letting down on my plan A. Pretty much, like if I have a plan, I stick to that plan until I get through. So my plan with that is definitely to build it as a clothing line rather than a merch line.
What brand would you be ecstatic for if they were to reach out to you in pursuit of creating a clothing line with you as a collaborator?
Um, I don't know if it would be a brand. I think it would more be like a designer or like a creative, like Pharrell.
Mm.
Virgil was a big one.
Rest in
Um,
peace.
yeah, rest in peace, Virgil. Virgil was a big one. Mike and Mary. I like the rude stuff that they got. And that brand Rude. I think his name is, I can't even remember his name off the top. But yeah, like there's a few different designers like that I would actually work with. But like in terms of a brand, nah, I'm not really like heavy on like brands. Like I don't really like,
Yeah.
favoritize anyone. I kind of like them all, and I kind of stand on just people just growing as a unit
Mhm.
and growing on top of that, and just like
Yeah.
anybody that I've seen come from the bottom and grow up, I like that. So I'm with it.
Mhm. And just think about the positivity that you spread through your music, because you've spoken about this before. You don't like glorifying violence. You like positivity because you
Yeah,
want to
exactly.
influence other people's lives to be positive.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely speak on the reality of things, but I still
100%.
exactly. I still want to keep it level headed. I still want to keep it like reality. Like there's not every day you're mad, not every day you're sad, not every day you're happy. So I kind of want to touch on all emotions in my music, and I kind of want it to reflect on everything that I do, everything that the brand stands for, whether it's clothing, whether it's everything is just gonna be varieties and different flavors.
100%. I want to get into you wanting to mentor young artists. What do you think you would tell them as far as something important steps that they have to take in order to take it to the next level to get noticed by a major such as what you did? What is that next step?
I think it would just be just taking it serious, um just trying to be creative too. Like if you see my video Slam Me Out, you seen like the horses, you seen Big Step, you seen the ATVs, the fire. Like just try to be creative with it, try to catch people's eye. Um and yeah, just go all in. Like when I when I didn't have studio time, I just had I was at a point where I was like, okay, I can't afford studio time to be going here every day and be paying 500 whatever every day. So I'm just gonna go get a studio or learn to record myself. So that's exactly what I did. One of the first songs I recorded was 99 Problems. So it was just kind of a wake up call for me. Like, okay, boom, I could do this right from home and kind of make the same type of music. So I just said, fuck it, let me just go all in from home. Started recording myself, and just that's kind of how I got my deal. All the
And
songs that I sent to the label were songs that I recorded myself. So
see how far you've come, and it's only just gonna grow from here. Getting
yeah,
this
exactly, definitely.
keep releasing.
That's what that's what I tell the youth. Definitely, like just go all in. Like if you're gonna try to be a ball player, you gotta go to the gym every day. You gotta get it to the point that you gotta hoop in your garage or wherever on your front lawn, or if you live in a building at the back of the building, like like whatever you gotta do. You just gotta you just gotta have you gotta have that practice on deck. Whenever you feel to let it out, you gotta be able to let it out.
You got that right. You gave an important message there. Gilly the Kid, they reached out to you for
Yeah,
the podcast. They
definitely.
reached out to you
Hmm.
before they played it, and you didn't even know they played it because someone sent it to you.
Yeah, someone sent it to me. I guess someone was watching the Carmelo interview and they sent it to me my DM. I'm like, what is this? But they called me like a week or two before, and they're just like, oh, he was just like, oh, I like your music. I like Wave or whatever. And yeah, he was just asking me pretty much like how to say my name and type of stuff like that. Like I thought he was just trying to like shout me out on Instagram or something, like.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be playing in an interview and be as big as it was. So it was definitely like a big spark to the song, because it was like 2 or 3 weeks after the song had came out. So it was definitely like something that's kind of gave it like another shock,
Mhm.
and kind of lifted it up and brought it to where it's at now. So I definitely shout out to Gilly and shout out to Wallow for that one.
100%. What's next for you, man? NF portion. What is next for you as far as performances, work? I'm sure that you're already working on an upcoming project with music, how fast it moves these days.
Yeah. Um, I'm working on the deluxe. The deluxe is gonna drop. I'm thinking like January, February. After that, probably like a few singles, and then right back into the next project. Like you said, like just probably like I'm thinking like mid year we'll probably get another project. So mid 2022. Look out for that, definitely.
That's gonna
But
be
yeah,
fire.
Deluxe, Deluxe at the top of the year. I'm trying to get on some shows. I'm trying to do like, I think a big goal for me is like Rolling Loud 2022. Probably
Huge.
try to do Rolling Loud like at the end of the year. Um, yeah, I just want to build on top of what I did last year. You know,
For the album title, I'm curious. I am nothing without. What is it that you are nothing without? Is it your fans? Is it your family? Is it your true friends? What is it?
I feel like that's why I left it open ended because I feel like I wanted everyone to feel it and kind of put their own perspective into it, you know. And then on top of that, like you just said, like everything you just said, my fans, my fans, my friends, my family. So, um, yeah, I definitely think those three are the top. Those three are the top when it comes to that. And then just everything that comes with life, health, wealth, um, just being able to work towards your goals and just do what you love and get paid for it. So I'm just happy with everything how the project came out. And yeah, I feel like that title stands for everything that's on there, you know?
I want to put this into fruition here and manifest it for yourself. Are you working towards collaborations with OVO artists?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I fuck with OVO. I definitely Drake I think will be dope. Smiley. I think me and Smiley were supposed to get something in LA. So yeah, we're gonna get something in soon. Definitely.
Fire.
Yeah,
And of
definitely.
portion, anything else, man? Anything else you want to let your fans know, the listeners, and anyone who may listen?
Mm, and just stay at it. Just stay consistent. Just look at me for example. You know, just stay consistent. Stay at it, and stay healthy and wealthy. You know, just stay going towards your goals. Really, that's what I
100%.
stand for.
They can follow you on Instagram and Twitter at NF Portion. How about TikTok and any other platforms you're on?
TikTok, I'm not on yet. I'm about to
You're
get
not.
on TikTok. I actually said that last week. I'm about to get on TikTok soon. But NF Portion on everything. NF Portion on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. So yeah,
God.
NF Portion, YouTube, Portion on Apple Music and Spotify though. So
Go
doing
subscribe, go
everything.
like, make sure you go stream. I am nothing without. It's available on all platforms. Go download it if you're a true supporter. And a portion, I want to thank you for coming on the show here tonight. I had a great time speaking with you and much success. You're always welcome on the show. Much success to everything you have coming forward because just these are only building blocks and you're putting the building blocks up already just with the major deal, what you've done independently, the fan base, Wave getting played in the arenas and on Gilly the Kid show. That's huge. Keep going, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do in your journey.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me for sure.
No doubt, man. I want you to enjoy the rest of your night. Take care and stay safe, all right?
I appreciate it. You too.
Yeah. Peace, man.
All right, man.